All right. Today is March 26th, Thursday. So yeah, it's been 2 weeks since I recorded. Actually, yeah, um I didn't record last week because yeah, okay, I was busy. And yeah, I mean, wanted to record it, but I missed the Friday window where I could record, and then I just said, okay, let's record next week. Anyway, so last week was a spring break for us, and so I had a bunch of travel, local travel, like to New York City. So I was in. So again, like I mean, with the lot of teaching this semester, like I really am only doing like 3 days of good work, and out of that, 1 day goes here and there, and then there's 1 or 2 days, and I still have to finish a ton of stuff. Like, so my tenure package needs to be submitted by May 31st, final package, and like I have to finalize at least so there's one IJPP revision. There's two ICWSM revisions that I have to take care of. Then there is this WhatsApp big paper that we have to like create and submit. There's one like overall paper that we'll just put on archive, and one is like a real paper that we're planning to send to Nature. Then so yeah, that's already five. And I'm forgetting some stuff, like maybe there's a bunch of other stuff. Like I also have to work on my tenure materials and all of this stuff. So anyway, so there's a lot of stuff that needs to be done, and like there's very little time. Obviously, yeah, that's the story of any academic's life, obviously. But so anyway, last week was spring break, so there was at least a few more days of extra time, I thought. But then yeah, I had these two engagements. So one is there was City University of New York. There was a workshop on AI in the law school in Baruch College. It was a very well done workshop. Like, but okay, obviously it has these like good and bad kind of things. So the good was obviously there are like really good people from the city government and all of that stuff with talking about AI and their look at AI. But then there's the usual low quality stuff like on, oh, we should resist AI. Like I created this artwork resisting AI. AI is all copyrighted stuff, things like that. Like again, I mean, I just am not sympathetic to that line of thinking at all. Like, okay, if you're privileged enough to think like that, yeah, sure, you go ahead and think. But I think there will be a world with like AI have and have nots, and like people who think that may not suffer, but like whoever they're training will probably suffer. That's my impression. Um, and then, so yeah, on Wednesday I was there. So Monday, Tuesday, I don't remember what I did. I probably did some of this WhatsApp stuff. Like, so the WhatsApp thing, the main problem that I've been talking about for now 4, 5 weeks is it's just like the scope is so broad, and like so narrowing down, we narrowed it down like already, like with a lot of back and forth. So now the scope is narrowed, but then there are some angles of it like that we still want to get some more new results in, like and we are like really finding it difficult to like find that angle and like do the type of analysis. And yeah, it's not been that easy. It takes a lot of time to write this analysis code and like double check. And yeah, it's especially doing it myself, like with my kind of like, yeah, I get distracted very easily, all of that stuff. So yeah, it hasn't been that easy. So anyway, so that Monday, Tuesday, I think last week I've gone to that. Then Wednesday, yeah. Also Tuesday, I was fully preparing for this talk. So basically, the talk I was giving was on AI data centers and electricity prices. So I luckily got some funding, grant funding about this topic, and I wanted to like do some work in there. This is the AI impact space in my three buckets: AI usage, AI impact, and AI applications. So there, yeah, so I collected a lot. Like I did like maybe 1 or 2 days of full days of work there. Then I collected a lot of this publicly available data. Then I found this US Census data containing electricity prices, and I got that data and did some simple like diff and diff kind of thing. And so basically, originally, I just wanted to give like a whole high level overview, but then I also included some results in there. And a lot of this was new to me, and I was also, I think this is a law audience. They will also not know this kind of thing on energy policy and energy price setting and things like that. It's a very complex market. So I talked about that for 10 minutes, so maybe 8 minutes of that was just very high level, like, okay, this is how electricity bill looks like, and this is how the price of electricity is set, and this is where the impacts of data centers might come in, kind of thing. And yeah, so that's what I was talking about there. But yeah, it took a lot of effort, and then that process led me to writing this sort of short paper. And so yeah, that was again not on my to-do list, but suddenly it came out of nowhere because okay, suddenly I have this new data set of data centers, when they were set up, where they were set up, and the electricity prices and the zip code level. And it was interesting, and I wrote something. But yeah, and then I created a video out of it and posted about the video, and yeah, that was one thing. So then on Thursday, I was preparing for my Friday visit, like the Friday, or yeah, or maybe it was Tuesday and Tuesday, Thursday, maybe something like that. Like anyway, so there was a on Friday or Thursday, I had another visit to NYU. So the NYU, some department in computer science, some computer science like department. I think it's called Technology, Markets, and Innovation or something like that. Since CS adjacent engineering school, they invited me, so I went there, gave a talk. It was decently well attended, like, maybe, I don't know, 15, 20 people, which was good. Like, they were engaged. Some of the people I respect were there. Um, yeah, I mean, I, again, like, I mean, really, this was all about the WhatsApp stuff that we are doing now. So, I had to also like, create a lot of the new results, and I first time showed the new results. And I really felt like, okay, there is something here that is really good. Every time I give this talk, I feel good, like that this is something I'm proud of. But I don't seem to get that sort of response. Like, I don't know if people really think and understand the effort it took to get here. Obviously, I mean, every paper has its own story. This paper has a big story, but I I really hope like when it gets published, that story is translated like into and it shows in the work and these results. It's definitely not one more of these misinformation papers. I hope. Let's see. So um, that's my uh, yeah, nightmare. Anyway, so I'm also a bit dull now because I have some bad news and like I cannot share now, but that yeah, it really is not a great time. But anyway, so things yeah, I also want to move on. So that was that on NYU was good. Like I had like all day, like I was just there talking to some students. That was good. And then I had dinner with the host. That was good. Then yeah, I think that was it. Friday, yeah, my kid was home, so I just didn't do much. Like I just it was a holiday for him, so I was just playing and whatever, working slightly here and there. But I think it was mostly just catching up. Like maybe I was also creating this video series on like scraping with Gemini. It was again amazing. I think it was really good. Like that, I mean, not the series, but that ability of Gemini to read a video and then emulate that is very good. So that's interesting. Then yeah, this week is like Monday was a slow day. Again, like, I mean, the main objectives this week was so yeah, over the weekend I posted that paper on data centers, and there was lots of traction for that. Like a lot of people wanted to see the draft, and I did not post the draft because it was incomplete. And I know there were a lot of holes in there that I have to still do a lot of like sanity checks and like robustness checks. But I still have like I mean that's just came out of nowhere, so it's not like even like the biggest thing that is on my mind right now, but it came out of nowhere, and there's a lot of interest in that. Like a lot of people reached out to me asking for that draft, so I now have to work on that draft. But the WhatsApp thing is very important. Like, I really, really need to finish that soon. So, firstly, okay, I have some final results that I can show in the next week. So, I'm going to Duke next week. So, I want to have some results that I can show there. But also have a paper ready so I can just share it with people. So that's another reason why I want to have that. And then anyway, so I've been working on that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I think, or Tuesday. Yeah, okay. I did some stuff on like my tenure package thing. I did some work on that. It's not final yet, like it requires some more work. I was doing that. WhatsApp stuff, I did a bunch of stuff. Like then I yeah, I took care of some ILB stuff. And yeah, also there's a bunch of ChatGPT papers that we are also writing. Like that is also, something has to come out soon because it's also this fast-paced space. So I really don't I want to put out something out there. Um, yeah, so that's that. And then yeah, that's it maybe. I think yeah, this week I haven't worked on any. Okay, yeah, on one day I actually did this sort of 3D website. Like I spent a lot of time on that. Like I don't know why it's not working, but it's like I just had the sort of frames to like scroll, like you scroll and your website is updated or something like that. I was trying something, like okay, it does not it didn't seem to work. But anyway, so that's that. Uh, yeah, okay. So anyway, I'm very tired as well. Not tired, but bit off. So yeah, I'll see you next week.